told you not to peer over my shoulder. You make me nervous.
I'm afraid young ladies today aren't trained in the housewifely virtues the way they were in my mother's day.
There's no doubt about it, Robin. The time's come to replenish our stock of Lincoln Green.
Let me go with you, Robin. You need a woman if you're going to buy cloth.
No, we can trust old David the draper. And besides, it's too great a risk for you to travel with us to Lincoln. You never know what's going on. There, you see? Hide yourself, Marion. The sentries are bringing a stranger in.
Well, well, speak of the devil. Robin, it's Simon Shanks, the draper's helper from Lincoln.
Welcome to Sherwood, Master Shanks. You know, we were just now saying that it's time we traveled to Lincoln to buy some more cloth.
Now, there's a coincidence. I was just now saying to myself, the end of the quarter draws near, and my friends at Sherwood would need cloth.
And Master David sent you all the way to Sherwood to save us the trouble. Now, isn't that nice?
Well, no. Master David and I have parted company. You are now looking at Simon Shanks, Master Draper of Nottingham Town.
And you came here to steal our trade from your old friend David.
Our loyalty's to Master David. He fitted us out with Lincoln Green when our lives depended on it, and risked his own to do it.
And his cloth is the best in all England.
Well, I won't say a word against a competitor. His cloth is of excellent quality. But if I could offer you the same quality for half the price...
The same quality at half price? It doesn't sound credible to me.
Well, don't take my word for it. Examine the cloth for yourself. Get a bolt of Lincoln Green and test my cloth against it.
All right. I'll get a bolt of our Lincoln Green.
Robin, it's an old dodge among dishonest drapers. Don't test the top bolt. Make him show you one from the bottom of the card.
Now, you just hold on to this end here with me. All right, Little John. Thank you. There you are. Pretty good, eh? Now let's try yours.
Right.
That's a stout bit of cloth, Robin. No mistake about that.
There you are. You wouldn't have believed me if you hadn't seen it with your own eyes.
No, I wouldn't. Now let's try a bolt from the bottom of the card.
Oh, they're all the same, I assure you.
Well, in that case, then you won't mind if we try another one, will you? All right, now, Little John, try that one.
That's not much good.
That's odd, isn't it? Must be a faulty bolt. I'll speak to my weavers about it. Of course, I wouldn't charge you for that one.
That's ours. You can take the rest of this rubbish away. Ned, Tom?
Oh, Robin, I vow I had no intention of cheating.
Master David will be interested to know that you're conniving to cheat him and his customers behind his back.
Oh, you wouldn't carry tales to Master David?
Wouldn't I? He might want to warn the Good Merchants Guild of Nottingham, the sort of man who's setting up trade among them.
But any man is entitled to make an honest mistake.
Take him away.
But, Robin...
Marion, I apologize humbly. You're a paragon of all the housewifely virtues. If it hadn't been for you, that rascal would have had us neatly.
Now, do you admit that you need me with you in Lincoln?
What can I say?
Lord. Yeah. My Lord Sheriff, there is a Master Simon Shanks requests audience.
Shanks? I don't know the name.
A new draper, my lord.
Oh, yes. Yes, the scoundrel who was recently run out of Lincoln, eh? Well, send him in. Never turn away a scoundrel. They seldom call without good reason, or bad. It's wise to find out which.
My Lord Sheriff, I am honored. Allow me to introduce myself. Master Simon Shanks, merchant draper.
Late of Lincoln, I believe. Well, Master Shanks, come to the point. What's your business?
The only business I know, my lord. Cloth. The finest yardage this side of Canterbury.
You didn't come here to peddle cloth. Man of your trade knows perfectly well that any purchases I may make are handled by my steward.
Under the usual circumstances, yes, my lord. But I doubt if your steward would understand and realize the peculiar significance of this cloth.
Oh? And what is this significance?
I know of no other such weave except the Lincoln green that David of Lincoln makes for Robin Hood.
Are you quite sure you know what you're saying?
Yes, my lord, I am.
If you can lead me to Robin Hood, you'll be well rewarded. What's this?
Contract. Simon Shanks, purveyor of all official uniforms in the Shire, by appointment of his lordship, the Sheriff of Nottingham.
I'll deal with that in due course. First, tell me this. When will Robin Hood visit Master David again?
I have reason to believe that he's on the road to Lincoln at this very moment, my lord.
I shall go there at once.
My lord...
And you'll come with me.
There is just one difficulty.
Well?
Master David has always enjoyed the privilege and protection of the Sheriff of Lincoln.
Don't worry, Master Shanks. As Lord High Sheriff of Nottingham, I have always enjoyed the authority of Prince John.
Robin, look at the shops. There's cloth hanging everywhere. The whole town seems to be celebrating.
Lincoln's a city of cloth. The good folk here eat, sleep, think, and talk nothing but cloth.
They say they hang out the cloth to stretch and dry. I think they just like to show it off.
Robin, look. Is that Simon Shanks over there?
It certainly is. Marion, I think we'd better separate. If you'll stay and keep an eye on Simon Shanks, Little John and I will go and see Master David, finish our business as quickly as possible. We'll meet you out here.
Right.
Robin, old friend. Little John, we've been expecting you for a fortnight now. That's all for the day, lads. I'm locking up shop to celebrate. Cover the dive at and broach a barrel of ale for our first customer and our best.
David, good friends, that'll have to wait, I'm afraid. Before we celebrate, tell me, have you seen Simon Shanks today?
Simon Shanks? That rascal hasn't set foot in Lincoln since we found him dipping into the guild accounts.
Ah, that doesn't bode well. Simon Shanks is in Lincoln town at this moment.
He wouldn't dare. The guild merchants turned him out of town, warned him never to return on peril of his neck.
Well, he might dare with powerful enough protection, such as the Sheriff of Nottingham.
But I don't understand. Why would he take such a risk?
He knew we were coming here. He came to Sherwood, trying to steal our trade away from you.
Did he now?
So there's not much time for pleasure this trip, and little enough for business. Here's 100 marks, David. Now, if you'll measure us off 50 yards of Lincoln Green, we'll be on our way.
Robin. Simon Shanks went straight to the sheriff. He's on his way here now with a company of men. There are guards blocking the square already.
Is there a back way out of here?
There's no way out but up to the loft. Nothing to hide you there but cloth.
Well, then there's only one thing to do. That is, if Master Dave and his lads are willing. We are about to learn the art of weaving cloth.
All right, Robin. Give them smocks to wear, lads. Here, fetch us your staff and spindle. Little John on the loom.
What about Lady Marion?
Well, a shawl, a needle and thread, and the Lady Marion will be our stitcher.
All right.
You follow the loom and patch mistakes.
Here, Robin.
Oh, yeah. Well, which is the distaff and which is the spindle?
Well, now-
and why?
This is the distaff and this is the spindle. And but look, for the moment, I'll show you this way. It's easier. See. Spin the spindle. Draw out the fleece.
Yeah.
Let the spin run out. Now, put on the treadle. Now, that raises the warp. Now, take that shuttle and throw it one side to the other. Yes, that. Oh, no, look.
I see. Yeah. Spin the spindle, draw out the spin the spindle, draw out the fleece, and let the spin run out.
Now, take the batten stick and beat up your threads.
Beat up my what?
That's what makes a strong weave.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Hang up more cloth, quickly. Halt!
Master David, we meet again.
You? Simon Shanks, you dare to set foot in Lincoln Town? Out of my shop!
My Lord Sheriff, this is the draper David of Lincoln I was telling you about. Purveyor of fabric to Robin Hood of Sherwood.
And where is Robin Hood, Master David?
Lord Sheriff, I assure you I don't know what this scoundrel has told you about my business,
He
but...
told me you had a fine establishment. Obviously, you've managed to encourage a prosperous trade. You'd be well advised to think carefully before you harbor an outlaw.
Lincoln is a free city, my lord. Accountable to our own magistrates. Under a charter granted by King Richard himself.
That charter does not protect traitors. Neither does it condone treason. You will lead me to Robin Hood, or suffer the consequences.
I give my oath you'll find no traitor nor treason here. Search my shop.
Precisely the suggestion I was about to make myself. Search the shop. Master Shanks, take 2 men and examine the loft.
Yes, my lord.
I'll take you to law for any goods or property damaged by your bullies, or interruption of the labor of my craftsmen.
There's a small storeroom behind the loom.
All right, examine it.
Don't let the bullies interfere with your work, lads. Keep your mind on your work.
Examine that closet behind the loom. There might be a man hiding behind these bales of wool. Well, Master Shanks,
There's no trace of them in the loft.
have you brought me here on a wild goose chase?
No, my lord, I swear to you they must be here. I saw them enter the lane and there's no way out.
Jonathan, I want you and Robert here to take 7 bolts of the best green and deliver it for me right away. It's been paid for, and I think you know where it goes. Dipping your dirty fingers in my money bags again, are you?
100 marks. Exactly the price of 7 bolts of the best Lincoln green. The usual purchase of the outlaws.
Stop those men! Take them to the tower at Lincoln Castle. Master David of Lincoln, I confiscate all contraband and monies which have been exchanged between you and the outlaws of Sherwood Forest.
My lord.
Master Shanks, in recognition of your loyalty, I appoint you as agent for the Crown in this matter. You will seize all the contraband and bring it to me at Nottingham Castle.
I humbly accept my duty, Your Honor. Commandeer the draper's cart. We'll start loading from the loft.
Robin Hood and Little John together in the tower of Lincoln Castle. A sordid end to a sordid career.
Yes, I'm afraid you're right.
I doubt if you'll escape from this tower. Others have tried.
So I've heard.
I suppose you think your friends will come to rescue you. Is that what's in your mind?
No, I doubt if they'd try anything so reckless.
Reckless indeed. Many enemies of Prince John have broken their heads on the walls of Lincoln Castle.
Yes, I've heard that too.
I don't know what game you think you're playing.
No game at all.
This time you'll hang, you know.
I already feel the hemp round my neck.
I shall hold you here incommunicado until tomorrow morning. Then I shall have great pleasure in handing you over to an emissary of Prince John, who will take you to London for execution.
Congratulations. You handled the matter very well this time. This should be quite a feather in your cap at court.
I don't know what you're planning, Robin Hood, but you're too late. Beyond the bars of that window is a sheer drop of 40 feet. And I'm leaving orders that this door is not to be opened in any circumstances whatever.
You No, Master David, I may have to commandeer a second cart to carry all this cloth to Nottingham.
You thieving little rogue. You've already taken 10 times the goods the sheriff told you to take.
Would you like to present your complaint to the sheriff?
You'll ruin me.
Well, that's the way the spindle spins, Master David. And you know there will always be a place for you at the loom. At Master Simon Shanks's shop at Nottingham.
You little...
Oh, what's this? You mean that's the load?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only one cart full? Well, I mustn't be greedy. We'll leave you, one boat. Just for old time's sake. Well, I've got the money, so we'll be off. A pleasant night at the tavern, and then off to Nottingham at dawn. A good day to one and all.
I'm sorry, Master David. I know how you must feel.
At least I'm free, Lady Marion. It's Robin and little John I'm worried about.
We must save them. We must. But how?
If we could get word to the rest of the outlaws in Sherwood Forest, they might know a way.
They could be hanged by the time we got to Sherwood and back. We must do something ourselves.
Lincoln Castle, the tower. Oh, many's the time passing on my way to work, I've looked up at that little window and wondered how a man could ever get out.
Well, if they can't get out, could we get in? Could we force our way into the tower?
We're not a very warlike band, I fear. In my younger days, I prided myself on my skill with a sling, but...
When I were young, I used to carry a pike, but that's a long time ago.
Master David, you pride yourself on your skill with a sling.
In my younger days, if I do say it myself.
David conquered Goliath with a sling.
Well, that's true enough, but...
We can do it, too. We'll need this bolt of cloth, your great shears, and a spindle of your strongest wool thread.
I don't understand.
Master David, tonight you're going to conquer the Goliath of Lincoln Castle with a sling and a spindle.
The patrol passes 4 times in the hour.
We have much time. Only 15 minutes. We can do it. We have to do it. Come on. Master David, your sling.
What am I to do?
Where's the spindle thread?
Here.
Now, you're going to sling that spindle up through the window of that tower.
Oh.
What was that?
Probably a rat in the guttering.
I think I've got the distance now.
Good.
It's a spindle, Robin. A spindle of wool and thread.
Master David.
What are we supposed to do with a spindle of thread?
We'll soon find out now. Get a hold of the loose end of the thread. Now you try and take the spindle in your teeth.
Yes, I can do that, but what?
Right, now. Try and get it up on the ledge and throw it back down to them. That's the signal. Pull away.
Something at the end of it. I can feel the weight of it.
Yeah. Metal by the sound of it. Be careful we don't catch it on those bars. We can break the thread.
There she is.
Have you got him? Right, cut me.
Ready, Master Dyer?
Lincoln Green. Yes. Many is the time in the forest has kept me from being taken, but this is the first time it's ever got me out.
Oh, very well, but how are we going to get through those bars?
This one's a bit loose. Try and chisel it out with the shears.
What about the guards?
Never mind about them. The sheriff told them not to open that door until tomorrow under any circumstances. We're in luck, I think.
Wonder how long we've been.
Wait a minute. Guard! Guard! Open up in here! Guard! Guard! Open this door! Open up here! Guard! Guard! Open up in here! I demand to see the sheriff!
What's going on there?
We're prizing a bar loose so we can escape. Come and take a look.
Oh, no, you can't fool me. You're the sheriff. This door stays bolted and barred till tomorrow morning.
Open up, I say. Guard! Open up here. I demand to see the sheriff. Well done. Now let's tie this on and be off. I've got a feeling our time is running short.
Hurry, hurry!
Look, I propose a toast. Lincoln Green and the merry men who make it.
Toast!
Robin, surely you'll join the toast.
Yes, of course. I spin the spindle, pull out the fleece, and let the spin run out. There now, Master David, I'd like you to inspect that for a moment. If I say so myself, I think I'm getting the hang of it.
That's expert.
Now, what is all that about a toast? To Lincoln Green and the men who make it. To
Lincoln Green and the men who make it.
Riding through the glen, Robin Hood, with his band of men, feared by the bad, loved by the good, Robin